foot, and the pain is completely gone.
Nice. Hit relief, put relief on it too.
Yes.
Relief and nitro go great together.
All right. Well, I want to welcome everybody. We are live streaming on YouTube. We're going to have an exciting presentation today. We are recording. Kara, I'm going to let you admit all these people that are coming in while we wait for RJ to pull up our screen. But today's topic is the #1 complaint that people have when they go to the doctor. Do you know what that is?
Energy.
Energy. So we need to mute everybody now. Thanks. Thanks for the reminder. But that was perfect timing because, yeah, we wanted to hear you say that. So I'm Energy Susie. Our presentation is Nature's Frequencies, and we're going to talk about something exciting and fascinating called energetic health and wellness. Now, we do this every Saturday. We have people all around the globe that join us because we have found that everybody on the planet wants energy. So we do it at this time on this link and in this space. So we're glad you're with us today. We're going to show you a real quick clip that kind of summarizes everything in like 2 minutes, but then we'll talk more.
Good health is not something we can buy, but something we can improve. For decades, people have searched the answers to many questions regarding our health and improving it. Do you
All right, so
and having more energy in the day in a natural way? What if there was a revolutionary technology that could change your life? A technology that slows the aging process of fruits, vegetables, and breads, and also assists the body in offsetting the harmful effects of electromagnetic fields and more? We introduce Nature's Frequencies, an award-winning company that manufactures innovative health and wellness products under 6 U.S. patents, with natural health and wellness solutions that assists with balancing and harmonizing the body. But how do we do this? We combine knowledge from the East with technology from the West. As far back as 6000 BC, the Chinese have believed that the body has an optimal energy flow. When this flow is disrupted, it manifests negatively by stimulating specific points on the body. The body is encouraged to correct itself. We fast forward to the 19th century, a period of exciting scientific progress in the West. During this time, Nikola Tesla was a genius before his time. This Serbian-American inventor, engineer, and physicist confirmed the existence of scalar waves. Scalar waves are composed of pure zero-point energy. This gives them the ability to store data in a substrate. But something must be able to hold the data. Enter Dennis Gabor, who in 1971 won the Nobel Prize for his invention and development of the holographic method. Holography can be used to store information inside crystals. And this knowledge is combined today to help you have better health and life. When applied to the body, the unique energy field signatures of Nature's Frequencies products correct and harmonize your body's frequency to optimize your body's energy flow. When the body's energy flow is restored and harmonized, the health of the body is naturally realigned. All of this has been developed by a family company with big plans for the future. Visit our website, www.naturesfrequencies.com, to take care of your precious health with Nature's Frequencies. Inspired by Tesla, patented by us.
So that really says it all quite succinctly, but we're going to talk about it a little bit more just to make sure that you really get this because it's quite exciting. All right. So Nature's Frequencies is a 9-year-old company. So this is not something new. They have been awarded 15 major industry awards, including the prestigious Gold Medal Edison Award, where they knocked out some pretty big companies. As the video said, they have been awarded 6 USA patents to date. There are more that are pending because we continue to innovate and create. We've also been featured on television media, specifically Fox Business News, And we've also been featured in many media outlets, USA Today, because of the innovations and the excellence that Nature's Frequencies is bringing to the marketplace. So all of this is inspired by a genius. You've all heard of Nikola Tesla. So what Nature's Frequencies has done is they have incorporated Tesla's technology, they've married it, and patented the process of replicating energy, okay, from natural substances, and then programming them into energetic health and wellness products. Nature's Frequencies uses USA patented technology that works in harmony with our body's own innate intelligence to direct the right amount of energy to the right place at the right time and in the right amount, with us never having to ingest anything. I think that is super cool. So today we're going to be talking about a big problem that people have today. It's fatigue and brain fog. So our bodies are energy, and every day our bodies are constantly being bombarded by internal and external stressors such as 5G, you've all heard about, and EMF radiation from cell phones and cell towers. What happens is these stressors can and do create and cause issues within the body's overall level of functioning and harmonization. What happens is when our body's energy flow is drained by these, or they're blocked, imbalanced, or interrupted, that's when you're going to feel discomfort, fatigue, and other issues. So we have the solution. Yay, us, okay? Nature's Frequencies has invented and patented some of the most advanced energetic health and wellness products that are designed to balance and restore your body's natural energy flow to help your body achieve optimal health and wellness energetically, to restore your natural energy and vitality. The following is a direct quote from our US patent, where the earthing card emits energy tuned to the natural frequency of the earth, much like a tuner tunes a piano. Now, when you place the EMF shield plus earthing card in your body's energy field, then your body absorbs the beneficial frequencies that it needs in the amount that it needs, when it needs it, to help you achieve and maintain optimal health and vitality, and really to live your best life, no matter what your age is. Right, guys? Now, we may experience some little bit of freezing because our guys are traveling in a place where they don't have the best Wi-Fi. But hopefully we'll do great here. Oh my gosh, they've got some new pictures of themselves living their best life. We are so excited about our award-winning company owners. It's a father and son team. Look at them in the middle. You can see they just love having wonderful times in life, and they want you to have that as well. So the daddy is Rick Hassler. He's our CEO and founder. He's been a successful business owner, selling his previous business as an Inc. 500 company after running that business for 5 years. And his son, who is RJ, is cute, but he's also very smart. He's our president and founder, and he is the driving force behind the company. And he created and developed this technology along with his father, Rick. And they are just the energetic duo. And it's my pleasure to work with them and to introduce them to all of you right now.
All right. I thank you, Susie. We don't lose you with our internet. The issue today is brain fog and fatigue. I keep hearing it. I keep asking, what can we do to help? So over the past year, I came up with a protocol, and we've given it to a bunch of people. And, you know, I always say we get lucky and we help a lot of people. So we needed to share it because a couple of weeks ago, I was talking to Dr. Stan, who we all admire and know he's a genius. And I asked him a simple question. Hey, Dr. Stan, 30 years ago, any of your patients ever to come to you and complain of brain fog and fatigue? And he said, rarely.
All right, let's just hang in there, guys.
Hey. Uh-oh.
Oh, is it that bad?
Can you hear us at all, Susie?
Yes, I can hear you, but you were saying that you had asked Dr. Stan if patients had complained of brain fog.
Yes. And years ago, 30 years ago, nobody complained of brain fog. Today, it's almost constantly.
Yeah.
He gets asked, doc, what do I do? And we're going to hear about that. And but what changed in the world? So for starters, 3G, 4G, 5G, and we're going to hear about those issues, but you're going to hear about another issue. In today's society, we now have fact checkers online and media giving us medical advice, claiming follow the science. And roughly a third of all Americans have followed the science and the media. And now when issues came up, and you're hearing it constantly, I have brain fog and fatigue. What do I do? So again, 30 years ago, no brain fog and fatigue. Now, brain fog and fatigue. So how can we help? So before we go into the EMF issues, let me explain about following the science. And here's an example. In 1936, a Portuguese neurologist invented a treatment for schizophrenia. He won a Nobel Prize in 1949, and it was called a lobotomy. And I was visiting, when I visited, we did a road trip in 12 states. I saw Susie in North Carolina. We had a great time. We stopped at a museum in West Virginia, the Trans-Allegheny Lunatic Asylum. They had performed tens of thousands of lobotomies because this doctor won a Nobel Prize. In this facility, none of these lobotomies were successful, but they kept doing it because it was, and so basically it really didn't turn out to be a good idea, but countries around the world followed it, and many people around the world paid the price. So science is truly a great thing, and technology does change, but please remember, you're allowed an opinion. And before you put something in your body, please think about it. It's your body. It's the only body you'll ever have. So I'd like you to look at, you're going to hear from Dr. Stan. And first, one of the big issues is truly EMF and 3, 4, and 5G. So Dr. Stan has been an MD for almost 40 years now, and he is incredibly intelligent. And this is a problem. This is RJ's, and when he's in Boston, this is his Wi-Fi connection. Every single router is hitting him, and there's more. And that's a problem. And you'll understand why when you hear from Dr. Stan. And next, this is a problem. The 5G towers are popping up everywhere. And if you listen to a TV ad, you're going to hear, I have the latest, greatest 5G. I have the most 5G. Everyone's claiming to have the most 5G. At least in my state, everyone says we are 5G, we have the most. Well, to have the most, you got to have these towers. So that's a problem. So I'd like you to hear from Dr. Stan a little bit about 5G.
5G fifth generation technology promises faster download speeds and conveniences that most of us have never dreamed of, but will also be blanketed with a new type of radiation called millimeter waves. Health experts are warning about the rising risks with a 5G.
Won't just be another and
Yeah, we're a little late on this.
new thousands of small cellular antennas to be erected throughout cities where it's going to be installed. What would 5G infrastructure?
Susie, how's it? Is this not coming?
It's not great. I hate to say it, but this is great information. Like I'm on the edge of my seat.
Sorry. anyways, it basically in real world, let's go to Dr. Stan, see if this comes in better.
I have an idea real quick.
RJ has an
I have
idea.
an idea real quick.
Sorry about that. In the meantime, let me tell you, what do you want me to do?
I'm gonna use your Wi-Fi.
Susie, we're gonna use my Wi-Fi somehow.
Okay,
So,
I think so, because I
we-
think this is a really powerful presentation.
Yep. Let me just.
I love the way you said, Rick, and I think it's really something that I would love to say to everybody myself is to pay attention. You know, why did we not have this brain fog 30 years ago? Why do we have it now? You know, what has changed? And so I think that is a great question for people. Why is fatigue such a big deal? It didn't used to be.
Hi, Susie. Can you hear
Can
us
you hear
now?
us now?
Okay.
Now I can hear you.
All right.
Okay, here we go.
We had some technical difficulties,
Yes.
but so we're gonna try on using my phone as the hotspot.
Okay.
And so basically, there's the world might understand that 5G is a problem, but you really need to hear it from Dr. Stan, and you'll see why in a second.
There's over 500 published studies that show that EMF damages physiology. Not all human studies, but there are human studies also. And there's two things that I think are, well, there's three things I'll mention. There's a lot of things you could talk about. The first thing is that EMF interferes with your pineal gland's ability to make melatonin. And so when that happens, you don't sleep well. So by letting this EMF hit you, especially when it's in the evening, especially if it's through the night, then your ability to sleep is impaired because you're not making melatonin naturally. So that's a really big one. And I tell people that your brain interprets EMF as if somebody's shining a bright light in your eyeballs. It can't tell the difference. It's just energy that's not supposed to be there. And so the pineal gland is being signaled, don't make melatonin yet. It's not time to go to bed yet. So that's for myself, the biggest thing. But there are other things that it does that are more subtle. One of them is that it causes the fungi in your GI tract to make hundreds of times more toxins than normal. So we have over 5,000 species of fungi in our GI tract. They're supposed to be there. They're not pathogens, but they act pathogenically when you stimulate them with EMF. They make a lot more toxins, and these toxins just don't sit there in the gut. They're absorbed and they go through the body. The third thing that happens is that it causes the balance of power to shift of the different bacteria that live in your gut. That's called the biome. And there's over 1,500 species, and they all shift in response to these energies. And 4G passes right through you. There's no blocking 4G. 5G is much more intense, but it doesn't go through as much, but it's much more intense superficially. So the both together are capable of causing quite a bit of disruption, and it will get worse.
And now the important part, number one, sleep. He's if you listen to him, he's explaining it. Your brain is seeing it as a bright light hitting you. And RJ's got 18 routers hitting him constantly through the night. And if you don't do anything, your body's going to have a tough time sleep. What do you do when you sleep? You restore your body. So A, there's part of your fatigue problem. B, that's part of the brain fog. So that's important. Next, your body's in a constant fight mode. Your body, if it's creating more toxins, your body has to prevent those toxins from hurting yourself. So your body's trying to fight, and the disruptions are incredibly a challenge to your body. So these are just things that are constantly your body's fighting with. So that's just one. Now, he also connected the dots. One of the reasons why Dr. Stan is so proficient in EMF is he is a family member that had serious EMF issues and pretty much got told, you'll hear it from him, you know, it's psychosomatic. And it wasn't, but You'll hear.
We've spoken before, and you do a ton of research on everything anyways, but you have a family member that was affected by EMF.
Yes.
So can you tell us how it affected, and obviously it's a family member and you want to help them fix, you're going to do more research. So, I would consider you an expert on EMF simply because I know you did research. So tell us a little bit about the family member, mitigating EMF, and just, it's a challenge to a lot of people. A little bit about that.
Well, this particular family member had been having years of slow decline in his ability to do stuff and to just having the energy to do work, having the energy to exercise without being totally wiped from the exercise. Now, this kind of a person that walks into a doctor's office, they end up with a diagnosis that says that's equivalent to it's all in your head, because you can't find anything wrong when you do the standard test that doctors do. So we discovered by happenstance that when we were camping in a place where there was no EMF, that his symptoms went away. He was back to normal. And as we drove back closer to where there was EMF, his symptoms started to come back. And we started to notice this pattern, which, after the dots were connected, then the question is, well, how can we best mitigate the EMF? And there's a lot of things you can do, chief among them being these technologies we're talking about right now, because carrying portable strategies that help to mitigate this effect on your body is crucial if you want to get better, if you're being affected by EMF. And a lot of people are, they don't realize it, but getting back to that restorative sleep thing, 40% of people or more don't sleep well, and they don't have restorative sleep. And there's a good chance that that EMF is playing a role in their lack of restorative sleep.
So Dr. Stan was very familiar with it, and his family member was pretty much told, deal with it. It's you. We can't find anything wrong with you. And that's just one person. You wonder how many other people are like that. But we constantly get, Rick, what do you have for fatigue? And I got a phone call about a month ago from one of our brand partners. They had a gentleman on the phone that had a family of 8, and they all had major fatigue and brain fog, and they all had followed the science, and now they were truly paying the price. They said, we can't even function. Our family is like worn out. And I sent a protocol of the products, and I'll explain each one and we'll show you what we sent. But I spoke with the father 2 days ago, and he thanked me. He said his hand can now hold his phone without burning up. His family is now doing things again, and the brain fog is just about gone with everybody. He spoke with energy. He was ecstatic. He thanked me profusely for giving his family hope, energy, and just good spirit. He goes, the whole family unit's changed, and he has a really big family. So if you know me, I enjoy helping people. So that phone call meant a lot to me. I actually called the brand partner. I said, I'd like to follow up with them. And she got him on the phone, and he's like almost perfect. He goes, this is fabulous. And it's been less than a month, and they tried everything, and they said nothing has worked for our family. The whole family was down. So anyways, let's connect some more dots. And Dr. JeNeen, we've known for almost 10 years now, and she's a wealth of information. And the first time we met her, it was regarding EMF, and she tested our EMF shield and loved it. So let's hear from Dr. JeNeen on some EMF issues.
Basically, we have all of these devices around us that communicate energetically, so to speak. The Wi-Fi, the cell phones, the towers, the Bluetooth, all of these things, you can't see it. You can't feel it. Some people can feel it that are really, really sensitive. Most people can't feel it. You can't taste it. You can't hear it. However, it's bombarding us and affecting us all the time. And what happens is our bodies are frequency, our bodies are energetic. And we all know this because you might go into a room and somebody negative walks in, or somebody that's sad or that has an attitude walks in, and you can literally feel the energy of the room just, I know we've all felt that before, or, being around somebody that just makes you feel tense. Well, this is what happens to our cells when we are surrounded by this electromagnetic frequency, this EMR radiation. Our cells go into a stress mode. And so what happens with them is that they kind of, the cell membranes kind of harden down. They have a hard time getting rid of their toxins, and they have a hard time taking in their nutrients. So it affects our body's function. Now, you know, the original studies that were done on cell phones, they said, oh, well, it doesn't really affect us because it doesn't, you know, heat the tissue up that much. Well, there's so many more effects that don't have anything to do with heat. There's biological effects that affect the function of our cells and our tissues. And that's what's really causing a problem. When you have these devices that emit, so anything that is hooked up wirelessly, whether it be the LTE, the new 5G, which that takes it to a whole different level. That is exponentially more toxic than what we've been exposed to. And what that's doing to us is it's really taking our immune system down, to be honest with you. That's what it does. It hinders your immune functions drastically. And so now more than ever, we've got to be super proactive. But as our phones try to communicate with the Wi-Fi, with the Bluetooth, and with the cell phone towers, there's 3 different types of radiation that it's emitting. When we have these devices on our phones, and I'm one of those people, unfortunately, I'm contributing to the statistic. I am one of those people with 2 phones. I don't go anywhere without it. I keep it on every device, the phones, the computers, the tablets, the routers, everything that I can absolutely think of. I'm going to go through this list and make sure I haven't missed anything, because basically, when we have it close to our bodies, which we do with these, whether we carry them on our bodies or whether they're in our, you know, in our bags, they're still right there next to us. And so we're having a greater effect. So the start of it is protecting your own environment, mitigating all the devices in your own environment, and then wearing that card so that you're protected against everything else that's coming from the outside.
Dr. JeNeen put that well. It's mitigate the environment and help mitigate yourself. So there's one more we'd like to show you because it's important. And this is part of the problem is EMF, but there's another part. Good sleep is truly important. So let's hear about that.
But our bodies were meant to be in harmony with the earth. That's just the bottom line. You know, we stopped out by wearing these shoes with these rubber soles so that we're never reconnecting with the earth. We're never having that ability to diffuse all of that stress from our bodies and to soak up those negative ions from the earth, which are healing and beneficial. And so by wearing this earthing card, it's like we're walking around barefoot all the time. Now, who doesn't feel good walking around barefoot, especially on the beach, right? Have you ever gone to the beach and came back feeling horrible? Ever? No. So it's like having a little bit of the beach on your body in your pocket every day. So of course you have better balance and you feel better and you sleep better. And sleep is huge. I cannot stress enough the importance of good quality sleep. And this is one of the things, these energies that we're being bombarded with are one of the major factors that disrupt our sleep and that cause people to have a hard time falling asleep, staying asleep, tossing and turning, because our body is in stress. It's like, what's going on? I'm trying to rest. And so this really helps to diffuse that. And once you're getting good quality sleep, you're going to look better, you're going to feel better, you're going to function better.
One of the things she said, kind of, if you add that to Dr. Stan, you know, your body sees the EMF as a light in the middle of the night. So it affects how you try to sleep. And Dr. JeNeen kind of summed it up the same way. This is the issue. 5G, EMF, sleep, not too good. So that's going to be an issue. Any way you can mitigate it, it's helpful. Your device is, you know, wearing EMF card, EMF shield and a card. What else? We've got one more. Tim is a quantum energy practitioner that we all love to hear from. So let's just hear from Tim what he's been seeing.
EMF. Just to give you an idea, I have this really neat computer where I can bring somebody into my office. I hook up similar like a blood pressure cuff onto their arm. And now I have complete access to their body. It's like an IT person, you know, going to your computer. But I can determine from the body standpoint, what are the main stresses? What are the priorities of the body? What can the body handle? For example, if somebody comes in and they might have heavy metal toxicity, but it'll tell me, no, they're not ready for that. Or, you know, maybe their liver and their kidneys are just not up to par right now. So I can get a lot of information. I know we were talking the other day, I can look at anything, and I can look at your spinal fluid. I can look at every nerve of the eye, anything. Well, what's interesting is, I've had this machine for probably 10, 11 years, and I do all kinds of things. I can imprint frequencies into homeopathic remedies. I can infuse them into a person's body with lasers, a lot of neat stuff. So what I've noticed though, I have this category in the computer under toxicity. Now, that'll tell me what are the main stresses to the body as it relates to toxicity. What I've noticed ever since this whole quarantine thing, there's been a dramatic increase in EMF exposure, because it'll tell me right there, EMF exposure is the body's top priority, top stress. And I'm seeing a lot of really strange symptoms that maybe I would see once in a while. And now it seems like almost everyone's coming in with just random things like ringing of the ears, they can't sleep, even kids, panic attacks, just energy issues. And what it is a lot of this EMF exposure, because where are people going to go? You got kids now on their tablets, they're in front of you playing video games. Mom and dad, they might be working from home. Everybody is in this Wi-Fi soup, and they're just getting microwaved. And just to give you an example, I just had a client. She texted me because her child is now having panic attacks, just can't go to sleep. She's scared. Well, after investigating and talking to her, she just installed a new security system, Wi-Fi security system with the camera and the whole alarm and everything. And it was having an effect on her little girl.
Tim really put it a good way. It's, he's had this computer like 11 years, and what's he seeing now? He's seeing EMF issues, and it exacerbates these other issues. And I like his Wi-Fi soup. And you're looking at how to make a Wi-Fi soup. Just have your body hit with routers, have 5G around you, and it's only getting worse. And this affects everyone. So what do? Aha! We have the aha moment.
Yep, the protocol.
The protocol. What is the protocol? All right. This is the contents that I've been doing. And it's an EMF shield and earthing card, our special NF spray bottle, a food freshness card, 2 packages of EMF shields, energy and vitality patches, nitro and relief samples, energy and vitality cards. But what do you do with it? All right. Aha. This is what I've sent to people, and it works. I guess I'll check it up to we're lucky. Everybody I've sent it to has called me back and said, Rick, thank you so much. So I've been doing this for a while for fatigue, and we're going to send you up in an email so you guys can have a copy of it. But to start, this is a necessity, and you've heard it, it's foundational. You've heard the word from a lot of our practitioners, the card. You want to have the card in your pocket at all times. All right. So the EMF shield and earthing card is really important. So that's one thing. The custom priceless spray bottle, which we all love, you run water over the earthing card into your bottle, spray yourself, spray where you sit, just, it feels good. And you can do a muscle test with the spray bottle just as easy as you can with a card. You can show somebody, do a muscle test, a range of motion, then spray yourself head to toe. Do the same test. You'll be amazed. Okay, it works. And the same thing. Okay, well, that's one thing. The energy and vitality card. I can't stress enough the importance of an energy cocoon. All right, what is that? You take 4 cards and you put it in the corners of the room where you stay the most. It could be your bedroom. It could be your living room. It's important. Any way you can give your body energy is a good thing. You can also place one under your water. Water is so important. You really want to run and have a pitcher of water. Run water over the earthing card, and a pitcher of water or a glass of water, put it on the energy and vitality card. and keep it there and drink that water all day. And that is water is so important. I can't even begin to tell you, but you really want that. And finally, you want to put an energy and vitality card under your mattress, on top of the mattress, under the mattress pad, under the sheet, so you don't feel the plastic. Put it by your spine. I have like 3 of them, and my body gets restored during the night. So some people, just so you know, it's too strong for them. My wife cannot sleep with them under her. She puts them on the other side. She can't have them near. I think you have the same problem.
Yep, but we have another product coming for that.
Anyways,
let's leave it at that.
So the energy and vitality card is really important, and you really want to create an energy cocoon. Even if you just put one energy and vitality card in the chair that you watch TV in, that's really huge. So if there's a place, you really want to do that. Again, energize your water, use the energy and vitality card. And I can't stress enough how important it is to energize the water. Next, the award-winning food freshness card. If you ever heard Dr. Marie talk about her basil that sprouted blossoms,
Yep.
What did it do? It gave the basil energy, and it basically gave it enough energy that it blossomed. Well, if you're eating food with more energy, it's also helping your orange juice, your milk, anything you're keeping in the fridge, the food freshness card's assisting in it. So that's really big. So the food, don't forget the food freshness card. You really want to have that wherever your food is, or, under your fresh vegetables, outside the fridge. And if you want to help bread not go, moldy, it works phenomenal on bread. If you have a bread box, you'd be amazed. A staple for everyone is the EMF shields. They go on your phone, your routers, your laptops, where your hands sit, all Wi-Fi devices and smart meters. It really doesn't hurt to load up your smart meter. Energy and vitality patches. If you haven't had a chance to use them, try them. You'll be amazed how much work you get done in a day. If you're doing any type of sport, you can put them underneath your ankles. You can put them on the sides of your quads. You can put them on your wrist. You can put them on K27. Anything. Watch what happens to whatever sport you're doing. And with that, spray yourself with the water before you do a sport. You'll be amazed. For these people, I also enclose nitro and relief samples. If you have any type of discomfort, you really want nitro and relief. Any type of discomfort. Focus on fixing things of your body. Your body shuts things off that don't work. The nitro and relief helps things, it assists in getting you back to normal and harmonizing your body. So again, these are all things. This is a protocol. I've used it. I've sent this to many people, and we've had phenomenal success. So that's the protocol. And what do we have, Arj?
Looks like we have new inflation buster. I like that picture.
RJ likes this picture. This is really pretty cool. This is my protocol. 1 package of EMF shields and earthing card, a priceless spray bottle, 2 packages of each food freshness card, energy vitality patches, EMF shields, 5 packages of the nitro and relief samples, and 6 energy and vitality cards, 19 total items. If you have anybody with brain fog and fatigue, I can pretty much assure you that this will assist their body. I've been lucky. Let's just say, I always say I'm lucky. Everybody that I've given this to has called and said, thank you. So that's the protocol. The inflation buster, it's a $7.95 package, and it's a Smartstart, so anybody can buy it, and it's a huge savings. And the energy and vitality cards are becoming more and more important because fatigue is hitting everyone. And we're hearing it, the fatigue, the brain fog, any way you can get back to normal.
It's also great in the car too and behind your seat.
Yeah, well, RJ and I are driving 6 hours
Yeah,
today.
we gotta go after this.
Right. And it goes behind right behind my back. I sit with it behind my back when I drive all the time. I wouldn't think twice without it. I love it behind my back when I drive. And it's weird, by having it behind my back, when I get up and we take a break or get gas, my knees aren't as bad when I get up. All right. And sometimes, when you sit, your knees kind of hurt. My body just gets up better. And, I used to get up like achy breaky old dad. Now I'm not getting up as achy breaky old dad. So these things really do work, and we get lucky, I guess. We get lucky a lot. So this is my protocol, and this is what we recommend. And we're proud to say that we've helped people. And that's my goal, is to help people. And, you can go try anything, but when you try this, somebody's got, fatigue and brain fog, watch the results. You'll be amazed. So that's it for Rick.
All right. So now, how to get started? We have two options. You can become a Nature's Frequencies brand partner or shop as a customer. And then we go to Shareable Media, PowerPoints and such. They're at nfmediahub.com. And then our YouTube channel goes straight to the good stuff, Nature's Frequencies YT.com. And now it's time for the fun part.
Do we shut off the
yeah, let's